Hi there, it's Karen here. Welcome back. And today we're doing something a little bit different because I need to make the pieces that I've got to prepare for my retreat that I'm going on at the beginning of June. And well, I did a video a little while ago that you saw where I showed you what I was going to take to the retreat, but that was when I thought there was only going to be a handful of us. Now there's going to be multiple handfuls. There's over 20 of us. I think it's going to be about 24, 25 of us at this retreat. So we couldn't all make something for 25 times. And I think we all got a bit worried about what we were going to do. So Rachel, who's running the retreat, has come up with a brilliant idea. And what she's decided, what she's done, she's put us all into groups of 4. And every 4 is going to make the bones of a journal. So one person's going to do the signature, one person's going to do 8 pockets, one person's going to do 8 tags, I believe, and one person's going to do 4 belly bands and 4 tucks. And guess who's got the belly bands and tucks? So that's what I'm doing for my little group. So that really means that we only have to do a small number of things to take, and then what we're going to do is they'll all be put together. We'll kind of put them in the signatures. No, I think one person is doing 4 signatures, not 1 signature, 4 signatures. So we're actually making the start of 4 journals, and each table is doing the same. So we'll have enough journals between us all for everybody to get one, and then I think the idea is we all pull out a ticket and we get one of the journals from one of the 24, 25 that there's going to be, that will have been put together. And we've all been given a colour brief, if you could call it. So she said we're trying to keep it all to a similar theme. So the theme is summer serenity, and she said to use soft, gentle, nature-inspired colours, sage green, buttercream yellow, dusty rose, sky blue, creamy ivory. Those kind of colours are really soft, summery, gentle colours. So that's what I've tried to do, and I was thinking about it a lot. I knew what I wanted to do for the belly band fairly quickly, so I've got a snippet roll so this is like a double belly band. I thought this would be quite a nice idea. So you've got the main belly band and then you've got another one on top to tuck something else in. I like that idea. So I wanted to do that, but I couldn't decide what to do about the tuck, because tucks can be anything, can't it? Anything can be used as a tuck spot. But the basic tuck spot shape is this one. And I thought, well, that's, just making 4 like that. But what I thought I'd do is I'm making them in pairs. So each of the 4 pairs is going to be different from each other, but each pair will coordinate together. So that's what I've decided. So they're going to be basically the same design, but each one will be unique. Each set will be unique, if you see what I mean. So for this one, so they're all going to be backed onto some kind of book page or substrate of some sort like that. So this one, I've got some Italian book page is the background, and I like it to just show around the edge, so just showing a little bit around the edge. And I've used the same book page to back this one, so that they're quite sturdy now because they've been backed onto the paper. And then I believe the paper I've used for this one is Roxy Creations. I just thought it was really pretty. The colours were very soft, they're sort of soft lilac-y blues, if you can see, and it's just got a bit of script, and it's just a very, very Roxy Creations paper, but which I love, and I just thought it fitted the theme really well. And then I've just decorated them up, so I've pulled across this little piece of yellow little rosebud trim that I was using on here. I've got a little bit down here, there's a bit of lace down here, bits of lace on there, so they're coordinated. That's what I'm trying to say. So I've coordinated each pair. And this belly band was actually a snippet roll I'd had in my stash for ages. It was just a paper snippet. And I've then added little bits of fabric. I've got some bits of fabric that I think go with the theme. Added those bits of fabric and some little extra bits of decoration, little bits of trim and a butterfly, a little flower here and there. And sewn it down the middle so that's to make that second belly band, and that now fits in with my theme, I think. So I think they're really pretty. and I'm really pleased with that set. So I've got the bases of the other 3 sets, which I'm hoping will get done today. So I've got this one, and that goes with this one. So this is I'm going to make the belly band, the snippet belly band. And this kit I've used this is an Artie Mays kit. It's actually called Spring Bird Song. But, no, Spring Watercolour, I beg your pardon, Spring Watercolour. And although it's a spring kit, I just thought the colours, we're talking creamy ivory, buttercream yellow, dusty rose, there's a little bit of pink tones here. And I just thought the colours worked really well with the theme. And for this I'm using some music paper as my background. So I haven't glued anything on, I've just prepared so that then I will sew around all the pieces afterwards. So this is going to be this one, and it's going to have its little belly band there. So we'll work on that in a moment. And then the next one is this set. So for my background, I've got some Roxy Creations ephemera that I bought a kit of big pieces of ephemera, which I've doubled over to make it nice and sturdy because it's quite thin. And I've done the same with this piece. And then the paper I'm using is actually from the new kit, or the most recent kit that we've got, that Rachel has released, called Echoes of Nature, which I think works quite well. Some of it works really well with the theme, like this, quite the sage green. I think this is the sage green that she talks about as the theme for this summer retreat. It's one of the colours. So I thought I'd use, this is both pieces from the same paper, but I just thought that was a nice piece for the tuck. And I just thought this was really pretty, and I've gone very green with this one. And then we've got our fabric there for the belly band. So that's that one. But for my 4th one, I'm doing something really different. It's a completely different set. And I'm not doing an extra belly band for this one, and you'll be able to see why in a moment. If I just pull in, I'm using some Edith Holden paper for this, and I didn't want to put something down the middle. I just thought it would look lovely as it is, especially when I found... So I've gone through the pages, the June pages from my Edith Holden book to see what I could find, and I've got this piece, and I thought, well, I'm not going to cover that with a belly band, and I just think that looks gorgeous as it is. Could almost make that into a little tuck. I might do that actually. I might make that a little tuck so that somebody could tuck something in there. So you've still got the same idea of being tucking something extra. So I'm going to use that. And then I've got a few extra bits to decorate with, and then I've got a piece of this for my tuck spot. And I should, once I've glued it down, I'll cut the corner off, make sure it all fits. So that's what I'm going to do with this one. So it's the same basic idea. It's just that I'm changing it up a bit and adapting to what I've got. And I just think this is such a lovely piece to put on here. I thought it doesn't need a belly band. So that's what we're going to make today. Whether I'll get them finished today, who knows. I may only get 1 or 2 done, and then I might come back and finish the other ones in another video, because I want to get them all decorated and looking nice for the ladies that I'm sharing these with. Well, who knows who'll get these ones, because they'll go into our 4 signatures that we're making, and then everybody just gets potluck on what set they get. So I'll probably come home with I will come home with a completely different set of belly bands and tuck spots and things, and it'll be rather fun to see what I get. So I thought what I'd start with really would make most sense is creating the 2 belly bands, because then they can dry, then I can sew them up the middle, and then we can finish decorating them. So I'm going to do that first. So this is going to be fun. I'm so looking forward to it. I mean, it's still 6 weeks away. I think it's about 6 weeks till we go. Maybe it's a bit less now. But because I've got such a lot coming up before then, I thought it might be a good idea to get this done, and then I can relax and know that I've done my bit. So I've got a little pile of fabrics here that I've just torn some strips from, all sorts of ones, hopefully what I think is in the right sort of colour scheme. And so I'm just going to glue these on. These are going to be my first layer, and then we'll decorate them up a bit with some bits of lace and that sort of thing. Oh, I think I might just put something under there so I don't get glue all over my mat, although it's a mess anyway, but my poor old mat, it does look a mess. But I do try to protect it. I do try to keep it clean, but it doesn't really work very well. But I thought, well, I won't make it intentionally worse. Just put these pieces aside. Right. So I've got my 2 strips and I've got my bits of fabric. Let's see what we can do. So I think this one's a little wider than this one. So I've got to bear that in mind. So I'm hoping this is I've torn this wide enough. Just about. It's fine. This is a piece of Roxy Creations. I think maybe I won't put this one right at the top. I will put, oh, this is pretty. This is a nice piece of, I don't know where I got this, but I've got some more bits of it if I need any. Sort of a leafy, pretty leafy fabric, which I can't tear, of course. Perhaps I'm tearing it the wrong way. It tears the other way better. Oh. So I can put that there. So I'm just using my glue stick, which will hold it well enough, and then I'll sew them. Now I'll put this one and I'll overlap it. I did actually go through my stash and find a few pieces that I think will also go with the theme that or the colour theme. So I've added those in. I'll take them with me and we'll see if I need, if I can use them. And when we, presumably part of the time at the retreat will be spent putting our own journals together once we've shared with each other. That piece, yeah, I think it's a little wide. I'll put that over here, I think. That piece is going to go on this one. Piece of William Morris, unsurprisingly. Do love my William. Haven't got much of these bits left. Right, I shall do the rest on fast forward so we can make some progress. Right, these are pretty wet now, but I do like them, and they're different from each other, which is what I wanted. I don't want them all identical. So I think the only piece I've used twice is this lovely green, because I love it. I think it goes really well with the theme. So I'm going to leave these to dry while I get on with some other things, and then I will sew them down the middle when they are a bit drier, and decorate them up a bit more. Right, I'm so sorry. My camera's being really annoying. I'm turning it on and it's not actually coming on, and I didn't realise. So I have started working on my Edith Holden belly band. Just glued down this piece of really pretty lace down the edge, which one of the colours we're asked to use is Dusky Rose, and I thought this is a perfect colour. It goes really well with the foxgloves going down here, which are also a sort of dusky rose. And all I've done really is glue that on, and I'm just in the process of trying to get this piece to stick to it. It's not going very well. I have just quickly beforehand, while the camera was off, glued these pieces on, just because you didn't need to see me doing that, but they're just drying, waiting for me to finish decorating them. So I was just trying to get this piece to stick to the lace. So I'll get a bit more down there. So I don't know what's going on with my camera. It happened a couple of times when I thought I was filming and I wasn't, and I'm sure I pressed the button and I thought I heard it come on. So I have actually only glued down here, across the bottom and up to here. So I've left this as a bit of a tuck spot, because instead of, as we've got the double belly band on the others, so you've got an extra place to tuck something, I thought, well, I'll do something similar with this one, but just a slightly different thing, in that there will be a little extra tuck spot just there behind the foxglove. But I want to just add a couple more things. So got this. Oh, what was it? Yes, I was thinking I've got from the Edith Holden. I've got this, which is because I'm using all the bits I've taken out are from the June pages. So I thought, well, I will keep one of the Junes, and maybe I'll put it up here. So where's my ruler? So we'll just take that down a little bit and bit that side, and I think I'll take some off the top. And tear that down, because it's quite thick, this paper, which is why one of the reasons I didn't feel the need to back it, because it's such thick paper, the Edith Holden papers. So I want to tuck that in there, but I want to put something behind it, so I'm hoping this will work, because now I've glued it. I probably should have put this on before I glued it on, but I wasn't really thinking, was I? No, I've got a piece of cheesecloth, so I might just try putting that on first. It's way too big, so let's just take it down quite a bit. Oops. Okay, and fray it up a bit, and we need to take a piece off the bottom. I hope I've left enough for my word now. Have I? Yep, just about. Is it going to fit? Yep, well, let's just glue this piece on, for it frays itself into oblivion. I'm just going to... Now, am I filming? I'm getting paranoid now. Paranoia? Yep, we're filming. Not sure we're quite... Yep, I think we're okay. We're more or less central. Okay. Sure, it's probably just incompetence on my part rather than a camera problem. I was blaming the camera, it's probably me. I probably didn't press the button firmly enough or something. Turn it back on. But you haven't really missed that much, I don't think. Okay, so I'm going to try and glue this on and tuck it in a little bit. I'm going to use my little tweezers. Tuck him in. That's it. Just to kind of give the word a bit of a background. And I decided I wouldn't use the coffee dyed cheesecloth because I thought it blended in too much with the paper. I did consider it. Right, now I'll just ink this up. Hope it's going to fit. I'm going to tuck it behind there. Yeah, that'll be all right. Okie dokie. Just put that there. As the retreat was in June, it seemed appropriate to put June on one of these, as I had the word. And all these pieces are from June. Right. Gosh, it's all sticking to me now. Okay, and then right at the bottom, I just wanted to put a little something extra, which is this, well, it says foxglove and trailing rose, which is not in the picture, but I just couldn't really separate them, so I'm just going to put that down there. And I've got to put a little bit of book page behind it. Let's see what I can find. A few bits. I want something that's going to show up. Maybe it's a different colour. I think we have some French. How's that going to look? No, I don't like that. I don't like it. Words against behind words. What can I put behind there instead? I don't think words look so good on other words. I've got some Roxy Creations labels. How would that look on there? Nope, not sure about that one either. Do we want a bit of lace behind it, perhaps? Got a piece here. How wide does it need to be? Yep, I think we'll do that. Cut that down a little bit. just a little something behind it. Doesn't really need a lot because the paper is so pretty. But I will sew around. That'll give it finishing look. And it's not gluing. I'm going to use some fabric glue. So I think I forgot to explain that I will be, although I'm filming this ahead, I'm not going to be uploading it until after the retreat. Not that I really expect anybody from the retreat to be watching me, because I don't think anybody knows I have a YouTube channel. So, but in case they stumbled across it, I wouldn't like to spoil the surprise of what we're doing, because nobody knows what anybody else is doing, and I think it should stay that way. This is just so that I've actually got something to upload afterwards, because I will be away. So if I schedule it, I know I've got a video up for after the retreat. And also, I just thought it'd be nice to show you what I'm making, because I won't have it afterwards. I won't be bringing these home. So that's that one. Yep, really pleased with that. And we've got our little tuck down here. I won't push my luck because I've got to make sure it's properly glued. So that's one belly band, just waiting to be sewn. Then we've got our tuck. So I'm going to have that there, and I think I'm going to make sure I cut it and don't catch the image. So is that about the right angle? Something like that. I don't think I think I've been fairly loose with my angles. I haven't really been very exact. I've just gone for it and cut the corners off. But this one I wanted to wait and make sure I got it in the right place for this. So I'm just going to ink around this now. Actually, right at the top here it says Midsummer Day, which is rather nice. Okay, so on here, so it's a lot of writing, so I do want to cover some of it up, just so I think it's a bit much. So that's why I had this bit of lace. I'm going to use a piece of this behind some of it, but also I had something else, yes. I think I want to put a piece of this. I think this will look okay on this side, although it does blend in a bit. Is that a problem? Nah, not sure about that. Now I've done it. Let's see if I've got something that's less blendy. I've got this piece, German dictionary page. Try that. Let's try that. Again, we've got the problem of writing on writing, haven't we? So it might not work. Maybe. Now I'm rethinking. Maybe what I need is some music. Just one moment. What I need is something that's a bit of a contrast. Let's try this piece. see if that would work. Just tear that back down here. So you're not really getting a lot of music, but it's probably a bit taller than I need, but I'm just going to see how it looks with that behind it. Yeah, I like that better than yeah, I'm just going to take this piece off. I do prefer that. A bit more of a contrast with colour. And I quite like seeing those treble clefs going down the side. That's what you call them, I think they are. So I'm going to do that. Yes, I'm happy with that. Then I want a piece of lace. A piece of this lace in this corner. I'm going to cut across here and up here. Let's put that on that corner there like that. Kind of like that. How are we looking? Okie dokie. Happy with that. And then let's get rid of that piece. Then I'm going to put a little label or something here, and I think we'll call that good. Right, so just a little light inking on here. And I'll glue that on. Let me just check I'm filming. Yeah, I'm paranoid now. Right, that's going there. Yep, and then we're going to put this on here. Don't think I need this. This is the fabric glue, and I think I'll get on better with this. Slightly lighter coverage. I don't want to go right to the bottom. Let's see how far up am I going to go. Oh, not that far, because it curves. Not sure where that's gone. Going there, wasn't it? Was it that side or was it the other side? Or maybe it was the other side. Goodness me, what am I doing? There, I think it was going up there. I believe it was. Yeah, okay. I couldn't remember where I was putting it. Okay, that can go there. There we are. We can glue this on now. And it's going to go there. Let's just make sure. Get glue under here, I think. Maybe I'll put something heavy on it for a minute. Right. And then I've got a couple of labels and a little something I want to put on there. So it's the label that goes with it from the page. Common Broom, that's what it is. I'm going to pop that there. And then one of these Roxy Creations labels I thought underneath. So I've got that one. I hope you can see. I'm just trying to make sure this sticks down. So I've got that one. Not sure about that. Got that one. I think I like that one better. Yeah. I think we'll put that one on. Just for a little backing piece. I think I'm going to use my fabric glue just to make sure. Probably should have used that on the yellow flower. I may still need to. Okay, that's going to go down there. I'm going to cover up too much of my flower. And this one can now go on top of that. Like that. Yeah, I feel like it's not had as much lace on here as I would have liked. Has got a bit. I guess not everybody likes lots of lace, and whoever gets it can add a bit more of their own, I guess. So I think we'll leave it at that. So that one goes with, where to put it? I've lost my belly band. No, I haven't. So I've got that, and we've got that. So they do go together. Oh, I could have used that on there, couldn't I? That might have looked quite good, actually, with the pink. I wonder if I can get this off and put it on there when you come off. Or am I going to ruin it? I'm going to ruin it. Oh well. I think that would have looked alright on there. I tried the wrong one, I didn't see this one. That would have been good. I wonder if this will come off the... Will you come off the lace? No. I don't dare try it in case I completely mess it up. So I just feel like it needs a little more something to bring out the colour. A little bit of something. I'm just going to have another look in my laces and see if I can find something. I'm just wondering whether to add a little bit of this yellow trim. Just, not too much of it, not all of this, but just to bring a bit more colour, because I've got the pink here to go with the pink flowers. I feel like it's lacking that extra pop of colour. How would that look there? Down there. Maybe down there. Just to bring in a bit more of the yellow. I think I'll just do that. I think I'll put that down there. Then whoever gets this, they can always add something here if they want to, can't they? No, I think the green needs to go down, not up. The darker green anyway. Okay. Okay. Just got a little something, a little extra something on there. Okay, so we'll consider those done. Apart from the sewing, they're going to get sewn around. Okay, so that's that pair ready for sewing. And what can we do? So we've got to do these two tuck spots. They're not even the same size. I mean, I haven't been too uniform with any of this. Right. Okay, so let's do one at a time. I think for this one I was considering using some Roxy Creations flowers. I'm not sure about the colour. So I've been bearing in mind our colour scheme. I will remind you. We've got sage green, buttercream yellow, dusty rose, sky blue, or creamy ivory. Well, they're all and. So we've got the creamy ivory in the background, a little bit of blue. I don't know how dusty rose that would be considered, but I think it just looks it's a better colour. This colour doesn't really feature in our colour palette. I just thought it was quite pretty. So yeah, I'm not sure it goes on there really. Sorry, this one. This one I prefer. I do have the other label, don't I? Don't know about that. So I could use a bit of book page on here. Something like that. And we'll need something along that edge, I believe. Do I want any more of this lace? It's hard to know which way around this is meant to be. I think it's this way. Do you want to put that behind there? Like that. That might work. Now we do have some really pretty butterflies and they're lurking around here somewhere. These are from the Echoes of Nature kit. They were ones I tried to cut out on my Cricut but failed. I don't think there's much difference in the size. So I only want a small one. Just trying to think what colour would work. Oh, I seem to have got very sticky scissors. Let's get a different pair. These will be better. These will be better for cutting out anyway. That one? No. Little blue one? Maybe. One that's a more of a creamy yellow. Oh, that's a better colour. This is a nice colour for on here, I think. Let's just do a quick cutting out. I can already tell I'm going to have to make a second video finishing these off because I've still got the snippet rolls to finish. And I don't think we're going to get the other tuck done today either. So I'll make another video. Right, let's have a look at that. That might look quite nice there. I just need a little label-y thing or something like that. Oh, I think, were there some labels in that Echoes of Nature kit? I think there are. Just one moment. Yes. Oh, two lots. Could definitely use these. Right, we've got a couple of labels, but they need to be quite small. They appear to be, some of these are in French. I don't know if any of these are going to be biologically correct. I have no idea what flower this is. I'm going to pick this little one here because I don't know what it says because it's in French. So I think it would work. Right, so I've just had to change my battery as I so often do. So I've been just inking bits up. Found this piece of lace. It's on the card. It looks quite vintagey, and I thought perhaps that would look quite nice down that edge. So I think that's what I might do. So let's just get these things glued on. So is this going to go behind the lace or in front of the lace? Let's just check it out. I think I'll actually put the lace on first. And I think I'm going to put this little bit of lace on next because I really like that. It could be vintage. It looks quite vintagey. I can't remember where I got it. Still got a bit more. I do like a bit hanging off the edge of things, especially as the tuck will go that way, so this will be right on the edge of the page. So I quite like that. It'll be just kind of hanging off the edge a little bit. Okay, and then we're going to put our flower on. So as I said, it's a Roxy Creations flower, this one. Gotta love a bit of Roxy Creations. I love her papers. But this actually, the background here is not one of hers. Although the background's almost disappeared now, isn't it? So it does coordinate with the other belly band, but yeah, not so very noticeably now. So we're going to have a butterfly. I'm going to have a label. I'm going to put my label there. Yep, just going to pop that on first. Vervain, whatever that means. Definitely doesn't mean butterfly, but it doesn't matter. I don't know what that is, so that could be what that is. Let's just try and bring it down so it's not over the edge. We've got that there. So that's that tuck ready. I think that's all going to get time for today. So we have got a butterfly on this one. This is the coordinating belly band that goes with this, and you can see the music around the edge. And so we're going to get the belly bands finished. In the next one, I'm going to sew around all of what I've done so far, and we'll come back in the next video. I'll finish this one and do finish off the 2 snippets and get these finished as well. So that shouldn't take too long, should it? So maybe the next one will be a shorter one, who knows. I've probably gone way over on this one. I'll try and edit it down so it's not too long. So we got, what did we get done? We got the pair done for the Edith Holden ones, and we got this tuck done. Did we do anything else? No. Oh, and we got the start of the belly bands, and they'll just got to be sewn, and then we'll come back and finish. So I'll see you then. Bye for now.